Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you are keeping fit and healthy, isn't it? As it is very important in this today's scenario, isn't it? Okay, chalo. Now let's start with the English class. That's the subject and verb agreement, chapter 13. Okay. Now I think, children, you have been doing this term. I think you came across in your junior classes. You might have done this subject verb agreement general rule. Now, before starting, children, uh, when your mother is angry, she gives you very nicely. You understood what she gives you, isn't it? So, if you want your mother to be very happy, you agree with her, isn't it? If you don't agree, then you know what happens. So, if you want the condition should be favorable, you also want to be happy, and your mother also should be happy, then you agree with her whatever instruction she gives and whatever she asks you to do, isn't it? Similarly, when you want two things to go smooth and to be correct, then you have to agree with it. That is what our subject and verb does. To make the sentence grammatically correct, they both agree with each other. Okay, this is what we have to learn in this chapter. Okay, so before starting this, let's recapitulate your junior classes for the one who has forgotten. Okay, what you have learned, the basic general rule of the subject to agreement. Now what's that? Let's see. That for making a sentence grammatically correct, a verb must agree with its subject in number. Okay, the subject verb has to agree in its number. For example, that is, singular subject goes with plural verb and plural subject goes with singular verb. Easy? Let's see the example. Basketball rolls across the floor. Basketballs roll across the floor. Okay, now basketball is here singular subject, so the verb is plural s. Okay, and basketballs, it means plural subject when the verb is singular, roll. Okay, now clear? You got an idea what is the general rule? Singular, plural, plural subject, singular verb. Easy. Now in this video we will be learning about 6 basic rules of the subject verb agreement. Okay, now as you have grown up, so this subject verb also will have a advanced rules, and the rules which you have not learned will be learning in this video. Okay, let's look at this rules. The first rule says that two singular subjects connected by and requires a plural verb. Excuse me, look at this diagram. Subject verb, that means singular subject, one singular subject, another singular subject connected with and. One singular subject, another singular subject connected with and gives you a plural verb. It gives you a plural verb. Look at the example. Gold and silver are precious metal. Now gold is the one subject, singular form, silver is the one subject. It is in singular form and both are connected with what? And. So we have used the plural verb are. Okay, look at the another. He and I were playing. Now he first subject singular form, I second subject singular form, and what is the verb we have used? Were in its plural form. Easy. This was your first rule. But children, there is an exceptional case in this rule. What's that? When a noun gives one idea, okay, or same person or thing is talked about, or you get an idea of one person, thing in the noun, then we use the singular verb. Okay, let's look at the example. Bread and butter is his only food. Now bread and butter gives the one idea about a food. Like if I say I earn my bread and butter from this institution, it means I am getting my food from this institution. That means money. Okay, similarly, so bread and butter is gives you one idea, that's food. So what the verb we have used? Singular is. Time and tide wait for no one. Now time and tide gives you one idea, isn't it? You might have come across these sentences in your previous classes or somewhere, isn't it? So time and tide gives you a one idea, and the verb we have used in it singular form, wait. Okay, this was the first rule. Okay, now look at the second rule. Two or more singular subject joined by or nor, joined by or nor requires singular verb. Now subject 1 singular form, singular subject to connected by or nor, then what is the verb we are going to use? Singular. Look at the example. Neither food nor water was found there. The food is in a singular first subject, water is in singular form second subject, both are connected with nor. Then what is the verb we have used here? Was, which is in form singular form, isn't it? Understood? Look at one more. Either the cat or mouse has been there. Now cat one subject singular, mouse another subject singular, connected by or. So what is the verb we have used? Singular, that is has. Okay, got it? Again exceptional dear. It says when one subject is singular and the another subject is plural, then plural verb is used. Now you can see the first subject is in singular, second subject plural, and connected with what? Or not. Then what does it give? It gives plural verb. Let's see the example. Neither the chairman nor the directors are present. Now chairman first subject singular form, but directors second subject and plural form. So what is the verb used here? Are. है ना? So first subject singular, second plural, the verb will be plural are. Now you can also see this space, the verb nearer to the subject, that is the plural subject, will be used accordingly. If it is plural, we will use plural. If it is singular, we will use singular verb. Easy to understand? Okay. Now let us look at the third rule, which says subjects joined by or nor. Subject joined by or and nor, same as rule 2, are of different persons. This is different from rule 2. Different persons, the verb agrees with the nearer. Quite similar to rule 2, isn't it? But it's difference of person. Here the person would be first and second, but here the second, third, first, and it could be. Okay, now concentrate in this rule. So the subject will be the verb will be in the favor of the subject which is nearer to it. Let's see the diagram. First subject 1, subject 2, but the subject 1 is second person, subject 2 is third person. Now here this could be second person, if this is per second, this could be third, this could be one, first person, anything, but connected with or and not. Then what is the verb? It goes and agrees with the third person, the near to it. Okay, you will be clear when you see the example. Let's see. Neither you or he is to be blamed. Now you is the second person, I am talking to you, and he is the third person when we both are talking about someone else, the third one. Okay, so I have used is. The verb agrees with the subject near to it. Now he is in singular form, third person, so we have used the is over here. Okay, singular, that's a verb singular. Let's see one more. Either you or I am mistaken. You is in the second person, I is the first person. See, I told you, it can change. Now I is the first person, but in its singular form. And what do we use with I? Am. That is why I have written am. Got it clear? This was the third rule. Now let's look at the fourth rule. It says either, neither, each, everyone, many. If this words arrives or comes in your sentence, then we are going to use singular verb. What we are going to use? Singular verb. Look at the example. Everyone of the boy loved to ride the car. Now everyone from the word boy is in now everyone is from here, then the verb we have used singular, love. Okay, look at here. Many a man has done so. Now many is from this block and we have used which verb here? Singular, has. Clear? This was the fourth rule. Now look at the fifth rule. Noun when it is in plural form. Okay, noun when it is in plural form. Noun means subject. This is noun will be your subject. Subject noun when it is in plural form and gives you a singular meaning, then the verb we are going to use in its singular form. Okay, let's look at the example. Mathematics is the branch of study in every school. Now mathematics is your noun and subject. Okay, it is in plural form, but mathematics is one subject. Okay, it gives you a singular meaning. So what is the verb used here? Is. Okay, now is in which form? Singular verb. Okay, look at here, the news is true. News is true and the news is in noun subject which is in plural, isn't it? The news is in plural form, but the meaning is singular. I am talking about one particular news and there are many news connected to it. Okay, so news is in plural form but gives you a singular meaning. So the what is the verb used here? Is. It's in singular verb. Okay, got it? This is the fifth rule. Now the sixth rule. Now noun, when it is in singular form, in rule 5 it was in plural form, but here it is in singular form, but gives you a plural meaning, then we are going to use the plural verb. Okay, look at the example. 1 dozen apple costs 1000 rupees. Now dozen, okay, this is in which form? Singular form. 1 dozen, it is written 1 dozen, so singular form, but dozen means plural, it means 12, isn't it? That is why we have used verb plural, cost. Okay, let's see one more. The couple are going out this week. Now couple is in singular form, but we know that couple means two people. Okay, it's in plural, gives you a plural meaning, so the verb used here is in plural form, that is are. Okay, clear? This were the 6 rule. Let's have a quick revision of all the 6 rules. First general rule you have understood: singular subject, plural verb, plural subject, singular verb. First rule, what it says? Singular first subject, singular second subject connected with and gives you a plural verb. Okay, what we have to use? It doesn't gives you, we have to use. What we have to use is plural verb. Now exceptional was that a noun when it gives a one idea. Okay, when your subject gives you any one idea, then what we are going to use? The singular verb. Like bread and butter, it gives you one idea, so we are going to use the singular verb. Okay, now second rule, it says when two or more singular subject joined by or or nor requires singular verb. Subject 1 singular, subject 2 singular, connected by or and nor gives you singular verb. Okay, you can see the examples. And the exceptional was that the subject first will be singular but the second subject will be plural, connected by or and nor, gives you, we will use plural verb. What we are going to use? The plural verb. Third rule says that subject joined by or and nor are different person, then verb agrees with the nearer. The subject 1 will be second person, subject 2 will be third or the first person, connected by or nor, then the verb will agree with the nearer verb, that is subject 2, whatever the third person, first person, whatever, it will agree with it. If it is in plural form, we will use the plural verb. If it is in singular form, we will use the singular. Okay, this was the third rule. What is the fourth rule? Either, neither, each, everyone, many. If this word arrives in your sentence, then what we are going to use? The singular verb. Okay. Fifth rule says noun when it is in plural form but gives you a singular meaning, then what we are going to use? Singular verb. Okay. And the sixth rule says noun when it is in singular form but gives you a plural meaning, then what we are going to use? Plural verb. Okay, this were the 6 basic rules of subject verb agreement. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can free to ask me. Okay, thank you.